Hi there everybody and welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, then my name is Claire and we play with makeup all the time here, so if you like that type of thing, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. I upload every single week. So what I thought I'd do today is, because spooky season is nearly upon us, I thought I would do another Halloween look, and I thought I would go for a pumpkin face today. Now, I've only done this once before and it's not my forte to do all this dramatic makeup, but I thought I'd give it a go. So if anybody has got any hints and tips after I finished this, please put it in the comments down below, or if there's any other people that I should subscribe to and watch for any top tips or anything like that, then please let me know in the comments down below, and we're just gonna jump right into this video. So guys, I have gone ahead and I've created this eye look right here, because the pumpkin I'm gonna put over like half my face, so I wanted a really nice like orangey smoky look, and I've gone for a really big dramatic lash on there. Not bothered putting a lash on here because I'm gonna make this eye completely black, but I'm loving this look. I used the Makeup Revolution face palette, this is part of the Wild Animal range. This is the first time I've used this. It's got some gorgeous reds and browns and oranges in it. It's amazing. If I can open it I'll show you. But yeah, I loved using it. So that is the palette right there. So these oranges, I've used this orange right here, I've used this dark brown underneath, and I used this as like a transition, and then the orange through the crease. So yeah, I'm loving that. Oh, and the gold that I used was this gold right here. There's a really yellow gold there which was gorgeous, but I just thought that really made the eye pop there. So yeah, loving that. And I have primed my skin with my One Heck of a Blot primer. So I'm going to get into the face now. So I'm going to do foundation on the part of my face that isn't going to be covered in pumpkin face, maybe a little bit around the jawline here, and I'm probably going to do a little bit of concealer here. So I'm going to conceal first, and I'm going to use my Tarte Shape Tape, and I'm just gonna bob that there and there, and just fill that in lightly underneath there. And I'm just going to take my these beauty sponges that I'm using are Real Techniques. I love these ones. I'm just going to pat that in. So I'm not going to need to highlight anywhere else or conceal anywhere else, because that's going to be full of pumpkin face. So I'll just blend that in there. I think I'm going to take my little triangle wedge and I'm just going to really sharpen that up. So I'm not going to set anything yet. I'm just going to get the base down. Let's say I've only done this look once before and I'm not proficient in like all these elaborate makeups, but I thought it's spooky season, let's give it a go, because I just love the looks that some people create. They're just amazing. They're absolutely amazing. I'm going to take my e.l.f. foundation here. I don't know which one this is. I've got the colour Sand. This is an oil-free foundation, and I'm just going to take that on my beauty sponge and just do around the forehead and up down here a little bit. Get that all patted in. I'm just going to do a little bit around the jawline as well. Take another pump of that. So just taking a little bit at a time and just building it that way. Just a little bit down the neck slightly. This hairband is the one that I got from Primark. It's in my Primark haul. If anybody wants to check that out, they are like £1.50, and it really does keep your hair out your face, and it's keeping it right back here, which is amazing. I want to create a kind of 3D look, but I don't really know how to do it, so we're just having a play. And we'll just see where we go. You know, let me make the mistakes and you can learn from them. Blend that concealer into the foundation there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a brown eyeliner, and this is a collection one that I've had for absolutely donkeys, and I'm going to create the shapes that I want for the pumpkin. So I want a triangle eye, so I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. I'll create a good triangle eye there. Be a bit light under your eyes, especially if you're a bit older like me and you don't want it to drag. I'm gonna do a bit of a triangle nose. You want it to be kind of symmetrical, and I want to create the mouth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to follow my own mouth there, and I'm going to start to create what would be a carved pumpkin in my head. So I'm going to start in the middle. That's one tooth, and then kind of down. And up again, and then I'm going to join that, bring that down. I'd say it doesn't have to be perfect, we're just kind of getting the base of it down. I want those a little bit thicker, I feel though. So now that's done, I'm going to draw kind of the outline of where I want the pumpkin to go. So we want to be kind of underneath our eye here. And up and over our eye here, and then around. So I've missed this with the foundation, but I can go over that before I start putting the face paint on. And move it round there. Move it in a bit. Actually move it out there like that. Yeah, I think we'll do that. So I just need to get rid of this little bit here. So I'm just going to take cotton bud and wipe that away. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the kind of pumpkin lines very lightly that I'm going to follow. I mean, they will be covered with the face paint, but it gives me a bit of a brief as to what I'm going to. So I don't want them too close together because the pumpkins ones are too close together. Freaky. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little bit more of the foundation and finish off the forehead here. Make sure it's just blurted right up at me. It's going to finish off on there like that, and just make sure that's really covered. But again, I'm not going to set it. Say if anybody does not have any hints and tips on creating anything like that's a bit more 3D, please let me know, because I'm really just kind of getting into this now, and I just love the things that people create. And I'm not an artist in any way, you know, I can't draw a picture on a piece of paper, but I just love playing with makeup. It's such a passion. So I thought that, you know, why not give it a go? Why not just have a play, see where you get with it? What's the worst that could happen? It doesn't look good and you take it off your face. So, face paints. I don't have an orange, I have a yellow. So I'm going to paint everything apart from the triangle eye, the nose and the mouth in the yellow. The reason I'm going in with the yellow first is because I feel like it would be easier to sort out any mishaps with the yellow than it would with the black. If I went too fat with the black, then that's not going to come off as easy. So I'm just going to mash that up a little bit with my little spooler so I can get some out and get that on the brush. Okay, so I'm just going to get this on a brush, get that all mixed up and just start putting it on. So that is that. I've yet to use a box. I can't find my metal palette, but yeah, if you don't keep your boxes like I don't, then perfect. So I've used a lot less than I thought I was going to do, so you can go back and tap up any patches or anything you feel like you've got and just smooth it out a little bit, like smooth those edges out. But I'm going to set this with some orange powder after I have put the black on. I'm just going to put that in that pot there because it'll end up everywhere like it usually does. And I'm going to drink my tea before I put the black on my mouth and I can't drink out. Cup of tea. So I don't know if you can still see, but you can still see some of the brown lines that I made. So I have still got my guide there of what to do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with the black with obviously a much smaller brush. I'm going to do the eye, the nose and the mouth because here and here I am going to do it in brown along with the stripes down the face for the pumpkin. So black. I'm going to grab my spoolie again and take some black out, but not nearly as much as I did for the yellow. I mean, it does look a bit orange there, but it's yellow on the face. So these I just bought Amazon. They're not that expensive, they're actually quite cheap, and I just thought while I was having a play it was good to not spend a fortune on stuff, because it might have been something that I didn't like doing or that I just didn't excel at, and I would have been frustrated if I'd have spent a lot of money on a huge face paint kit and not followed it through. So brush, 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 brush. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take this small like angled brush. Now this will take me a while to do, but I do feel like I will get a bit more accuracy doing it this way. So that is the eye and the nose done. It's getting a little bit greasy, so before I move on I'm going to set it, but for right in the waterline I'm going to use my gel liner. I mean, you could use a gel liner for the whole thing I suppose. I just feel like the face paint would come off easier, because we all know that these gel liners can be like completely and utterly bulletproof. I use the Maybelline Eye Studio Lasting Drama, and it lasts forever. I'm going to have to do a bit of setting of the eye, so I need a black eyeshadow. So I'm going to take black eyeshadow on this Beauty Bay Best Angled brush, and I'm just going to set it. I'm going to use this Morphe 35p palette, and it does have a really nice matte black in there. Just going to give that a swirl and then just dab it just to set that black down, because I feel like it's going everywhere right now. Do the nose. I look like a little doggy right now. What this generally tends to do is, using face paints or these face paints, it makes the brush really wet. So I find to just use your spoolie and get a lot of powder off there. You probably can't see on that one. And then tap it in. And then tap it in there. You're getting a lot more on there. Again, if there's any fallout on this because I've not set the yellow, I can still tidy it up. I might use the eyeliner for the mouth and see how precise it is there, because there's no hard and fast rule that says just because something's an eyeliner means it's got to be used as an eyeliner, you know. We make our own rules up. I think that is about as set down as it's going to get, so I'm going to take the this is a My Kitco angled brush, and I'm going to do my mouth. I'm just going to follow the guide that I already had. And get these teeth in. And I'm going to do my lips black obviously as well. it's not as neat as someone more experienced would be, but I don't think we're looking too bad right now. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. So I feel like my mouth is uneven, so I'm just gonna make that a little bit thicker there. I feel like the gel liner is a bit more accurate. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a smaller brush and tidy up the yellow slightly. I get the lid back on this thing and see where we're at then. I'm going to take this small angled brush from Beauty Bay, which is a winged liner brush. I'm going to take a smallest amount of yellow on there and just kind of tidy up that way. What do we think? I think when I smile it looks really weird. So I'm now going to set the orange, and we're going to use all these palettes I've got out here. It's just a ridiculous amount. You know, anyone would think I planned these videos beforehand, but I do some planning, kind of think about what I want to do. So I'm going to take Heat Wave here, this orange this is from the Beauty Bay Bright Matte palette. I'm going to take that on this like fluffy brush, and again I'm going to just get my spooler and, oh god, I've done it on the green, dig in there and really loosen some of that up. It's actually reached pan now, and dab that in and then dab that on there. I'm getting a really nice like orange effect on there. And I know I could have mixed colours together to probably get orange, but this works quite well, so this is what I thought I'd go for. Could have just gone in straight in with the orange eyeshadow, but I did try that and it wasn't really vivid enough, and it needed a base to stick to. And this is part of the reason why I didn't set the mouth yet, because obviously all this is going to fall down, so the eye is not too bad. However, it's fallen down all over the mouth, so we will top that up a little bit. So are we sufficiently orange yet? It's looking quite good. I'm enjoying doing this, I really, really am. So I'm going to do just a bit more black, because, you know, why the hell not? So I'm going to take my eyeliner again. I'm going to take a more detailed brush, very, very thin one. This is a NYX Makeup one. It's number 11. It's just a little angled brush there. And I'm just going to really get into those details there. Got orange all over me. Literally all over me. So I think we're sufficiently done with that. I'm just going to set black a little bit more, because I have gone over it and tidied it up, and obviously I never set the mouth either. So I'm going to set that out first. Set the lips, make them nice and matte. It's actually quite hard to talk and do something that you're not that experienced at. I've got to admit, the people that just create these such amazing, amazing looks, the artists, they're just so talented. Get right in that corner there, because I don't want any crease in there. And I'm going to put a bit of mascara on this eye as well, just to really blacken my lashes out. I think I'm going to do that now. I'm going to use what I used on this eye, which is the Revolution XL Volume Waterproof Mascara. So, you know, good luck getting that off. Just to really coat them just to make sure it's all black. You know, I wish I could put contact lenses in, but I don't like messing with my eyes. I can put lashes on, obviously, but when it comes to contact lenses, oh god, I'm gonna pop myself in the eye then. I'm not feeling it, it's not me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back in with the brown eyeliner and I'm going to start putting those lines back in. I don't think you can see them on the camera, but they are still faintly there, so I have still got that little guide. I've got face paint all over me, so I have still got that little guide. So I'm going to start with the middle one. I'm just going to very lightly draw that down and do the out of it as well. So now I've got that little guide, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this small Hey Shorty brush from Beauty Bay and I'm just going to kind of put like a brown eyeshadow on. I'm going to use this brown here from the Morphe 35p palette. I'm just going to wiggle that in, tap it off, and I'm just going to kind of tap that down in that line there. And the same kind of around the edges, but when I do the edges I'm going to kind of buff them a little bit. I will buff those, but later. Just getting that down for now. So you start to be able to see the lines now. So I'm not going for perfection, because one, I'm not good enough to be perfect with it, and two, then I've never seen a perfect pumpkin. This is why I didn't want them like really close together either, because once you go in with the eyeshadow and a thicker brush and the lines become thicker, if they were too close together then they wouldn't look right. So that's that for now. So I'm going to take a bit of a fluffier brush here and I'm just going to fluff that right up around the edges. I think I'm going to do is see if that can look like I'm pulling it slightly. You know, you never know. So I'm going to take this brush. I'm not going to put any more on it. I'm just going to... It's all about shading light. So I'm told. So I'm going to take another little fluffy brush. I think I'm going to take this Morphe pencil brush and I'm just going to buff those lines very, very lightly, very lightly. So it is like I'm putting on to take off, put on to take off, but we want it to look good, or as good as we can get it. So at this point I've got very few clean brushes left, so I'm going to take another fluffy brush and I'm just going to top up some of that orange a little bit with the eyeshadow. So I'm going to take the white from the face paints and I'm going to try and kind of make this a bit more 3D now, if you know what I mean. I'm going to put that on like that, and I'm just going to take my finger and tap it in. I'm going to kind of do that on, like, just on one side of these. I'm not going to do it on both sides. And just the smallest amount. Go down there and then just tap it in, and then just down one side. I'm going to kind of do it at the bottom there like that, and then just tap it, kind of do that corner there as well, and just tap it in so it's not severe. I do feel like I am needing the white on both sides, so I'm just going to do the other side now. So what are we all thinking? I think it looks quite good. I've got orange hands though, so they need a wipe. What I'm going to do is, I'm just going to deepen up those brown lines again. I'm just going to try it with the eyeliner and just see what that looks like. It's very softly now. Really, really lightly. So guys, to add a bit more definition, I'm just going in with a bit of the black face paint that I've got left over. Just going round these edges, just to make it really, really pop, I think. See, that looks really cool now. That looks more pumpkin now. I think what I'm going to do is it looks like it's being pulled, kind of. You know what I mean? I think I'll put a bit of white on there as well. God, this video is going to be so long. There's the brush I used for the white, so I'm going to put a bit more white on there. Just under there. And tap that in again. That looks a little bit messy now. I'm just going to tidy that up a little bit with a Q-tip. Yeah, I'm pulling my pumpkin face up. You get what I mean? So I do feel like it's lacking something. I don't know what though, but I feel like it's lacking something, and I don't know. I want to put like some small, precise lines in between these ones, just like maybe just at the bottom. Just a couple. Let's have a look. So I've got this thin. That's this brush, an on point brush, and I've got the brown face paint. So I'm just going to take a tiny bit of that. The tiniest amount, and I'm just gonna like really thin like there. You see it? I just feel like it's giving it a little bit of something extra. I'm not gonna do it on all of them. I do feel like it's just, do I need to deepen up these? Just down the middle. I feel like that's giving it a bit of something. Just down the middle with that brown face paint. And I really do feel like that's giving it something. Okay, so I think if I do any more, I'm just gonna be here forever, because it was light when I started and it's dark now, and I'm gonna kind of regret messing. So I'm going to wash my hands, because they are orange, black, brown, any colour you can think of, that's what they are. Related to pumpkin anyway, and I will be right back, and we'll talk about the look, shall we? Okay guys, so this is the finished look. I love it. I've thrown on my husband's flat cap and a checkered shirt, just, you know, set the look off, why not? And my teeth look really white. They're not that white. Thrown in a couple of hair extensions just to add a little bit of body and volume, because I'm wearing a hat and I have such thin hair, and yeah, it's not as 3D or illusionist as I would have wanted, but practice makes perfect. I'm not perfect at it, I never said I was perfect at it, but again, if there is anybody that I should be watching that is good at this type of thing, then please let me know in the comments down below and I will absolutely check them out. But yeah, I think, you know, it's the second time I've done a look like this. It's the second time I've done a pumpkin look. Anyone that follows me on Instagram will see that I did do this look a couple of weeks ago. It was like a little practice before I filmed the video. But yeah, I think it's turned out well. You know, it's something that I probably will continue to get into. I'm not the best artist in the world when it comes to illusions or anything like that. But I enjoyed doing it. It's taken me hours, I'm not going to lie, but I did enjoy doing it. So, you know, any more elaborate looks, I mean, it's not that elaborate, but, you know, I may really, really get into it. Obviously, there wasn't a lot of talking in the video. I've got about 3 hours worth of footage to edit, but I enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you took something from it, and you know, you can do a little bit of a crazy pumpkin look for Halloween while we're all staying in our kitchens. But yeah, love it, love it, love it, love it. So I hope you enjoyed the video. I enjoyed doing it. I absolutely loved it. I think it turned out well enough for a second attempt at a more intricate makeup look. You know, not that the eyes are easy. The eyes are very hard to do. The contour and everything's very hard to do, but I just feel like progressing and having a little play, this is getting there for me. So please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. Please hit the subscribe button, guys. It really helps me out. And if there's any other looks you want to see, if you want to see how I did create this lovely eye right here, put some comments down below and I will absolutely film that for you guys on a normal face with normal foundation and all of that type of stuff. So I will see you in the next video, guys. Bye.